Cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane.
What an outstanding competition.
From miles around, the best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke.
Holy smokes, that's a lot of horse.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky.
Look at that.
Are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to
A hard-running steer, but he handles it.
Welcome to the show. That's perfect.
And here we go.
Here we go.
Hello, Houston. I'm saving some for tomorrow, guys. Howdy, everybody. I'm Bob Tallman. Proud to be, but I'm proud to stand with these two, Boyd Paul Hamus and Andy Seiler. All right, $2.5 million. Not everybody, but the three of us get to stand up and say that at the richest regular season rodeo. That kind of money, starting in Super Series number 1, is going to change some guys' lives. Money, 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 Andy.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the cash, Bob, because cash is how you move on. Money won is how you advance. And when you look at our go-rounds, it's $3,000 for first place, then it's $2, $1, and $750 for the top 4 holes. And as Bob mentioned, over $2.5 million. So there's life-changing opportunities, but I just find it funny that somebody could win $5,000 or $6,000 and say they had a disappointing run at Houston.
Yeah, well, in a lot of rodeos, you win 5 or 6 for first place. Here's the thing, folks, though. When this tournament is over, we call the Super Series. When it's all over, let's just look at last year. 5 out of our 8 champions at Rodeo Houston went on to become world champions. No other rodeo on the planet can make that claim, and we're very excited to see who's standing on that final Saturday of the championships. There's a 4th member of our broadcast team. She'll bring you all the action from down on the floor. Let's go down to Janie Johnson.
Hey, thanks, Boyd. I'm so excited for opening night. I'm set up behind the bucking chutes, but across the arena, Riley Green is getting ready to perform in just a couple of hours. But you guys talked about the money. What about having your name in the history books? The contestant that knows a thing or two about that is 2-time Rodeo Houston champion Leighton Berry. I talked to him before the rodeo. He said he's 100% healthy for the first time in a long time coming into Rodeo Houston, and he already has his eye on a 3rd Rodeo Houston championship. It all starts right now with Super Series number 1.
Thank you, Janie. Let's play this game. First contest of the evening is going to be the tie-down roping. It's brought to you by Boot Barn. And when you look at last year's champion, yep, Riley Webb won Rodeo Houston and then won his 3rd world championship. This kid is a 2-time champion of Rodeo Houston. He'll be trying to make it 3. As you look at the lineup, you got Houston champions like Durfee, Otero, and Harris. All 3 Rodeo Houston champs in this first Super Series. Should be pretty interesting to watch those 3 guys battle it out.
But we begin with a Texan. Perryton, Texas's Trevor Hale. The all-around cowboy, 23 years young. Last year's champion at the National Western in Denver. Loves those mile-high rodeos. Also won the rooftop rodeo in Estes Park. He will be the one to set the pace. First run this year. As he comes out from behind the barrier line, has to get the calf up. Strings the front leg, gathers all 3, and finishes the tie with a hooey. And the first time of this year is going to be 19-3 because of a broken barrier. He did not give the calf a proper head start, Bobby Team.
Well, it'll happen in this big arena for those of you that are watching rodeo on the Cowboy channel or here live with us in NRG Stadium. It's a football field. How do you judge how your horse is going to break against how the calf is going to break? 19, yeah, that's disappointing. But due to the bracketing system, Boyd, he gets to come back again tomorrow. He could be 8 or 9 and be right back in the money.
And that's the great thing about this. Most places, if you break a barrier, you're done. he still has 2 more chances to be one of the top 4 money winners to advance. Let's go to the 2016 Rodeo Houston champion. In the very same season, he won the World Championship. This is Tyson Durfee, now 42 years old, from Brock, Texas. The Missouri native, oh, rough get off, gets tangled up in the jerk line, and things go bad as he limps a little bit. I hate to see that. So watch this, folks. When he pulls his slack, it goes to get off. You see that black rope right there? That's called a jerk line. It's tied to a pulley on the saddle horn that goes to the horse's bit. And here it is right here. You're going to see him. His foot doesn't come out of the stirrup cleanly. But then that black rope wraps around his left leg, and he goes limping away. Ouch.
Well, let's have no more of that limping, boys. Let's take you to the Northland, where we have a wonderful agreement with the Canadians. We have had for about 50 years. They call it a reciprocal agreement. You win money in Canada, it counts in America. You win money in America, it counts in Canada. We're all a part of a system known as the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association. This will be a second-generation cowboy. Won money at 5 major rodeos in Canada. He's in the top 25. Logan Bird.
Solid horse underneath him, too, that they call Peso. He lets a few other guys ride this horse as well. And look at this, 10 flat. Oh, we're getting a no time signal from the official. Looks like, did the back leg of the calf kick out?
Or did he clear him? I'm wondering if the calf was down when he got to him. And if he was, did he, he wasn't down.
Must have kicked out, so it's going to be a no time for Logan.
Kicked out means the calf kicked free before the 6-second requirement that he stays tied for 6. And so Logan Bird will put a goose egg next to his name. All right, Bobby T, let's go to a man who was born and raised in Alabama, went to college at Troy, now lives in Texas with his real estate barrel racing bride named Carly. This is Michael Otero.
Spent a little time at Odessa College as well, and that beautiful wife of his will be up in the barrel race here in Houston. Michael Otero, Boyd's a big guy, but this guy's 6'4", weighed 255. Woo! Flying dismount right there. This is what we're looking for. Get up, get up, get up, get out. You're good.
6'2", 195 is what his bio says, and he used all of it to move into the #1 spot with a blazing 9-2. Andy, what'd you like about it?
I like the way he handled his slack. He had to reach between his horse's ears just to make sure that slack didn't whip the calf around. Watch him right there. He's got it in his hand till the very last moment to make sure the calf was there at the very end. Watch right there. That is a great shot by our camera crew as he makes sure that rope doesn't slap his horse in the face.
So there's a lot of veterans. Tyson Durfee's 42. Michael, who we just watched, is 43. The next guy to go is 38. This is Jake Pratt from Ellensburg, Washington. Sons Pace and Pierce. Now here's a tall guy, 6'4", 205 pounds, 38 years young. Went to the NFR in 2018. But we're going to get younger after this guy. Here comes Jake. Ooh. Well, it happens, folks. Tough luck for Pratt.
One of Joe Beaver's greatest contest sayings is, everybody learns to rope, but you can't tie 'em if you don't catch 'em. And he didn't catch 'em.
Profound.
It is. Very much so. Go.
You don't have to follow up on it. Just say it and then go, okay.
Bobby T's putting his stamp on Joe right there. So here's the other thing. It's good to have a horse or you'd have to walk. So
you got to mail Joe B a check for saying that, too. Cash Hooper, Pampa, Texas. West Texas native at 22 years of age. Another all-around cowboy trying to make his mark, but misstrings the front leg. Hey, but at 10-5, that'll put him #2 with 2 more to sweat. At least he's going to get paid in go-round #1 because money won is how you advance.
And he is #2 right now. What happens right here? Cost him, what, 7/10, 8/10 of a second? Whoop, misstrung him. but he got away with it. Come right back. Fluid motion, never give up, and still be in the money. You're good.
So in 2024, after being here for over 30 years, I have a lot of great memories of the Rodeo Houston. But when this guy and his brother, who will be in the next Super Series, tied for the win in Championship Sunday 2024, Ty Harris, Rodeo Houston champion from 2024, trying to do it again. Look at this 24-year-old put on a show. The West Texas Cowboy from Tom Green County. Brothers and sisters, his brothers in the ministry. Another one's a roper just like him. His sister can beat you with a rope as well.
Yeah.
How about a 9-second flat run for Ty Harris to take the lead?
You can run that replay on him 10 more times if you want. I just love to watch that buckskin horse. I fell in love with him, I think, at the Wrangler NFR in December. He will get in the ground if it's soft. He can stop just as hard on hard ground. Now let's go to Chet. Happy birthday, buddy. Chet Wheats comes from London, Texas.
Yeah, don't use your British accent. He is a Texan, Bob.
Rightio.
He's number 10 in the world. Another all-around cowboy who also team ropes. Past all-around champion of the Texas Circuit Finals, who to be in the top 4 needs to be quicker than 11.7. If he can be 8.9, we'd pay him $3,000.
But you're right, 11.7 or faster. Oh, Calf gets the jump, does not get out clean, Bobby T.
He had to kind of got sucker punched. Was it him? Did the calf not go? Now it's not going to work. Everything that could go wrong, horse, rope, calf, and at the end, it was on a slack rope, but he got away with it. Chet, we're just going to throw you in there with that 13 flat. That's not the birthday present he wanted to have. Right there. See that rope slack on the ground? He wanted that horse caught on that rope backwards. Gentlemen, that was a good event. Win, lose, or draw. 9-9-2, 10-5, 11-7, it's okay.
And that's the thing about tie-down roping, folks. There are just so many tangibles from, that's a peg and string, that's a barrier line, that's a lariat or a rope, and that's the ears of a horse getting flicked. There's so much that could go wrong, like stringing the front leg or not tying the hind legs tight enough, and the calf kicks free. But here's how it shakes out. Ty Harris, Michael Otero, both past Rodeo Houston champs, neck and neck. Hooper and Durfee rounding out the top 4. Hope you enjoyed the tie-down roping. Thank you to Boot Barn for bringing it to us.
This is the Rodeo Houston Super Series. Here's how it works. We invite 40 of the top athletes in each of our 8 events. They're divided into 5 Super Series. Each one of those events is 3 rounds. At the end of the 3 rounds, the highest money winner is crowned the Super Series champion. They receive custom boots courtesy of Alberta Boot Company Outfitters and a custom Les Paul style electric guitar created especially for Rodeo Houston Super Series champions. Out of each of the 5 Super Series, the 4 highest money winners advance to one of our 2 semifinals. There are 10 athletes in each of the semifinals. We take the top 4 from semifinal 1 and semifinal 2 and advance them to the championship. The 6 that do not advance from each semifinal round get another chance. They'll go to one of our 2 wild card competitions. The winner from each wild card will advance to the championship for a shot at the $65,000, with a total purse of over $2.5 million. That's how the revolutionary Rodeo Houston Super Series works.
Coming up next, y'all get ready. Bareback riding.
Hey, folks, if you're 21 or older, congratulations, you made it. But please pledge to rodeo responsibly as the Miller Lite designated driver. Scan the QR code and you'll receive a complimentary fountain drink or bottle of water. Responsibility has its rewards. always playing for a safe ride home.
Thanks to Cavender's Boot City for sponsoring our hard-working arena crew. They're down in the dirt, on the chutes, making it all work behind the scenes.
Hey, y'all look at this. Look quick on the video screens. Our friends at Carnival Cruise Line bring us to Cowboy Cam. It's gonna bring out the Wild West in you. Look at here. Oh yeah, hi Cowboy. Yeah, look at on the left. That's you.
Left and then right, we do an avatar of you being a bull rider. That's pretty cool. All right, what's he look like? Oh, Carnival cruise ship captain right there. Aye, Captain.
Beautiful look on the party deck of that Carnival cruise. Nice little buckaroo laid back in the easy chair.
With a Riley Green hat. Busted! You're on the big screen inside the NRG Stadium at Rodeo Houston as the fans continue to gather on this Monday evening. We move to the rig and riding, bareback bronc riding competition brought to you by Chevron.
Go back last year, and Rocker Steiner strummed a brand new tune, claiming his first Rodeo Houston title, and he would parlay that into a gold buckle in Las Vegas. In this series, we have two past champions of Rodeo Houston. Leighton Berry's done it twice. Jess Pope did it back in 2022. A very, very talented field ahead of us.
Yeah, the number one guy in the world, Wasey Shala, will be the last guy to go.
Have y'all seen a red sunset tonight? Guess what? You're inside. Watch this horse. That's what he is, a red sunset. Jason Wilson, Missouri. Oh, what a nice horse to start it off with. Beautiful jump and kicker, little turn back. That's good for Wilson.
And typically the horses in the first round of a Super Series are going to be a little bit more user-friendly. This young man was going to school at Missouri Valley College, trying to get an education. 83 points is going to be a great way to start as you see that spur stroke, Boyd.
That's where the points come from, folks. Half the points from the horse for how hard he is to ride. Half the points for the Cowboy for how well he rides him. Perfect ride is 100. We've never seen one. But that guy made a nice ride to start us off at 83 points. Now, Andy mentioned that we were going to see, and actually Janie talked about this guy in her open. This is Leighton Berry, as healthy as he's been in a long time. The 23 and the 24 champion of Rodeo Houston has a horse called Grandma's Boy. Rocker Steiner, our champion of Houston, was 86 on this horse in Eagle, Colorado. So let's help a Weatherford, Texas Cowboy. Got to be 84 to take the lead.
It's all about Texas. If you're watching in Parker County, there's your hero. Oh, there's two generations. His daddy rode in the Astrodome. He rides in NRG.
He was just the runner-up last week at San Antonio with an 89.5-point ride. I don't think he's going to get that on this particular effort, but let's see where they place him.
I bet he'd take three of them just like this if he could make her work, guys.
I think so. This horse gives him a lot of timing. Hangs up in the air and lets him pull his feet back to the bareback rigging. We are trying to beat 83. We will not. 81.5 for Berry puts him second.
Let's go down to Buffalo, Wyoming, and Cole Reiner, a former Rookie of the Year award winner back in 2020. In 2022, he won the Rodeo Houston Super Shootout, and he's got a horse called Snow White. Mason Stuller was 81 points on this horse in Denver. Snow White, the horse, underneath the Wyoming Buckaroo.
Oh, stack it up, going with it. I love it when they do that. You can use your spurs. Oh, when you get to the replay with this, Andy, anytime that they'll give you that chance, it's a rocking chair opportunity. fire your feet.
Well, you can see he's trying to put his stamp on this horse, and that's exactly what he does. That horse stacks up very early. Now we see the kick out the back, but the postage will send him to the number 3 spot with an 81.
Yeah, I thought Bobby T had said he was stamping up, but he was stacking up.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
He needs the money right now. He's about 300 grand deep in a bunch of cows.
Let's go to Darian Johnson at Tremont in Utah. Got a horse called Mood Swings. Don't say what you're thinking, Bob. Kate Saunier had this horse, 84 points in Estes Park. That's what's the sea? You do Estes Park, don't you, Andy? How
Yes, sir.
far above sea level is Estes Park?
It's 7,800 at the lowest part of the town.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's where you go by those little cans called boots, and you keep one in your pocket.
You're talking about air, right, Bob?
Yeah,
Yeah,
air.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's like Sesame Street.
You and I do the same thing at Colorado Springs. Oh, that's 7,400 feet. All you Coloradans that are breathing that fresh air, cheer your man on. Here, Darian. Yeah. All right, now he's got a horse that's going to cover a whole lot more ground. And clickety, click, click, he's got to ride him.
It's a good point, Bob. That horse almost makes it halfway down the arena. But from this original angle, it's kind of hard to see how hard the the horse is kicking out the back. But 79 will put him 4th after 4. I don't know that that's going to get a check.
So real quick, what did you do yesterday, Bob?
Stats.
What did you do, Andy?
Settled into my hotel room.
Well, you know what this guy did yesterday? This Jess Pope. He scored 89.5 points to win Tucson, Arizona. This is the 2022 Rodeo Houston champ, 2022 world champion from the Show Me State of Missouri. 27 years old, he rode a horse from Sammy Andrews called Raisin Cane for 89.5 yesterday. He travels all the way east to the Bayou City of Houston. Tights, it stomped his hat.
We'll get him a new one. That horse is heavy.
Well, that's just not fair. It's one thing if you can't buck a guy off. This horse is going to get even because he can't buck him off. He's trying to buck him off, so he's going to circle back around to the left and then just stomp on his hat. That's just not even fair.
Well, for a world champion, a Houston champion, an average champion in Vegas, he just goes on. Yesterday, winning over there at Boyd, just warmed him up for a fast drive and another good bucking horse. Where are we going, guys?
81 points for Pope as we go to a young man that was raised in the Woodlands, Texas. Richie Champion, now living in Stevensville, Montana. A 9-time NFR qualifier on a horse from the Cervies called Shepherd's Boy. To be in the top 4, you must be more than 81.
He was a Cowboy mounted shooter back in his high school days, and then got involved in rodeo, became the first $1 million winner at the American back in the day. But he is a native Texan, so
I want to see if this horse does what Binion says he does. When I said stacked up a minute ago, see what this roan horse is going to give him. And
well,
here's a guy that's got the fire in his feet to use that.
He's a young horse, so they often don't make the same trip. Yep. There you go, Richie!
I think Binion got that one right, Bob.
I think he did.
Yeah. This horse is going to stay very close to the bucket chute. Stops right there, then begins to kick out the back. There's just one little bobble right here. But look at Richie. He said he's healthy, feeling good, and this will make him feel even better. 82.5, the number 2 score in round 1.
Excellent work, Cowboy. Excellent work. Now let's go to a 23-year-old from Evanston, Wyoming. This is Miles Carlson. He's 10 years younger than Richie. But Miles has qualified for the Mountain State Circuit Finals. He was 85.5 in the 3rd round of his bracket in San Antonio. Riding right-handed on a 40-plus pointer they call Wonder.
I like the 40 plus. If he can be 45, he'll be 90. We don't expect that out of this bin of horses going in here. Folks, they won money on this horse already. They won first at Flagstaff already. Watch the gray horse. Oh, had a little scoot. Then he got with it. Hit, jump. And he found time to kick about 7 times out of 8 jumps, Andy.
I would say that might be the most powerful horse of the night, too, as well. You could see from the reaction of his body how much that horse is pulling on his arm, because his he spurred over the neck right there as well. And with that lack of control, the judges didn't miss it. 79.5 drops him all the way down to 6th.
And then we come to the number 1 ranked bareback rider in the world at 20 years of age. And it's a rematch. Andy Seiler and I were together in Nampa, Idaho last June at the Snake River Stampede when this cowboy ran his hand into this rigging on the back of this horse and scored 87 points. Wasey Shala just won San Antonio with a 91-point ride. Number 1 man in the world coming back on crazy legs. Now, the kick out the back end. You really saw it on that gray horse. When Andy was talking about the power that gray horse was throwing by kicking out the back end, this horse is throwing some serious power as well, but not quite every jump like the first one.
That power is what you regulate your feet with. When they hit, jump, roll your row, that kick throws the inertia back to the front end. And they're going to put him in the money at 80. 80 for the number 1 man in the world standings tonight.
At 20 years of age, he's already a millionaire. Tough night. You had to be in the 80s if you wanted the biggest checks of all. As they apply the tape, lean back and lock their hand in for the gate to swing open. You see the reaction, the head whipping back as the feet fly to the front. A world champion with a questionable mustache and the long hair of the Wyoming man and the grimace of a 2-time Rodeo Houston champion. What a way to get things started for Super Series 1 as we stack them up. It's the youngster, Jason Wilson, with an 83 leading the way, followed by champion Barry and Reiner. We want to send our gratitude to our partner in the bareback riding. That is our friends at Chevron.
Don't anybody move, because the team ropers are going to work their magic at Rodeo Houston. Team roping when we return.
Thank you to Houston Methodist, our official healthcare providers, of course, for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and supporters of Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine, caring for our rodeo athletes.
Come on, everyone, it's autograph time at the Fan Zone, presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Meet our Rodeo Houston athletes, bullfighters, rodeo royalty, and more in sections 103 and 124, and pick up a Rodeo Houston belt buckle. Right now, the rodeo contestants are on their way up there. The tie-down ropers are here. The bareback riders are on their way. You do not want to miss the opportunity to get your stamp of the great rodeo contestants here at Rodeo Houston.
Thanks, Janie. Hey, we'd love to have you inside NRG Stadium every night. We know that's probably not possible, but you can still be a part of the rodeo even if you're at home. You can watch us on the Cowboy channel. You can watch us on the Space City Home Network, or you can watch us on Telemundo if you habla español, and our 2 guys do. Enrique and Luis, welcome, boys.
Hola, saludos, bienvenidos al NRG Stadium por 5º año consecutivo a través de Telemundo. Descarguen su aplicación de Telemundo para acompañarnos cada noche.
That's right. Los tres amigos just wanted to say hello to you guys, and it's great to be back with the family.
Okay, those boys definitely put their stamp on things too, don't they? All right, let's go back down to the town to that end of the pen. This will be the south end of NRG Stadium, where the team ropers have come to play. Brought to you by Corral, handcrafted boots. Last year it was Derek McGay and Coulter Todd with the best interview of the year. Walked out of here with the saddles. But we start the team roping with what? The reigning world champions are next at Rodeo Houston.
This might be one of the toughest team ropings in the world. Why? We're on a football field. Why? The cattle are fresh. Why? You cannot make a mistake when you nod. Andy, you're a team roper. Let's go with Ward and Long. Here's the world champions. Oh, no.
There's the first money I've lost at Rodeo Houston this year.
Me too.
I would have bet you my entire 10-acre ranch that team would lead us off with a clean run.
I'd have put up my 3 acres and the 2 alpaca and the single wide.
I'd have thrown in my llama. All right, enough for the seriousness because you know the next guy's going to reach, Boyd.
Just take a deep breath.
Yeah, Coleman Proctor, his throttle is stuck at about 4,500 RPM.
Yeah.
Okay? This guy just lives, he loves life, he loves roping. That's Coleman right there. His partner, Travis Gray, who's at Jay, Oklahoma. That's a good look at Travis. 40-year-old header, 42-year-old heeler. Both of them looking for their first championship at Houston. Coleman's mom's a postmaster. Here we go. Steer stumbles a little way out. Oh no! And you could have won a lot of money if you said, hey, Boyd, I bet the first 2 teams miss.
You don't like betting 20s.
Yeah, that's true. I wish they'd go back to making $1,000 bills. These hundreds get so heavy.
I still wouldn't bet with you. All right.
All right, smooth it out.
Swipe it all out. Reset the hard drive with Dustin Eguskiza and JC Flake. The number 6 team in the world, Dustin very well could cross the $2 million mark this season. And JC wants to rebound after finishing number 17 in the world last year. 2 spots short of making it to the National Finals Rodeo. Marianna, Florida and Millsap, Texas. Can they be the first team to stop the clock?
Okay. Now, if you catch a steer from here on out, you're going to get a check. Okay? So now all of these teams have to start thinking, okay, do I really want to go for broke? And normally if you're at the top of a run, you have to go for broke. But now, when you've got Jade Corkle healing, if I'm Clint Summers, I just make sure I get one spun.
You know, when you think about that last paint steer that runs so hard, I'm going to throw it in for the first time, put my stamp on this one. The luck of the draw. Summers, reach. Head catch. Here's your man, Boyd. Yes.
You know, one hind heel, but
it's a rope.
That's right. First qualified run of the rodeo, although it includes a penalty of 5 seconds. We're only roping one hind heel for Clinton Jade. Jade's trying to become a 3-time Rodeo Houston champion. He's won this event twice, way back in 2008 with Chad Masters, and then again in 2016 with Clay Tryon.
It's a family affair for the Smith boys. Jake Smith, the header, his older brother, a 2-time world champion. You'll see his brother in Super Series number 2. Made his second trip to the National Finals. His partner, Douglas Rich, a 3-time qualifier from the land of Lincoln. Gives the steer a head start to make sure everything is clean there.
Boy, that was the pup of the bunch. If you're going to draw one, you wanted him.
Yikes.
Oh, my goodness. It's all right. All you got to do is rope them, boys. Tyler, did you hear me? Wesley, 1 or 2, preferably 2. Tyler Wade.
These guys are too smart. They're catching because right now we're going to pay ground money in the team roping. You got 2-time world champion header, 3-time world champion healer. They're going to make a money run. Look at that. A clean run, no penalties, 7 seconds flat, and they're the number 1 team with 2 teams to go. That's what I'm talking about, being smart and roping smart.
Well, you can see Tyler Wade gets his tip down and ropes a signature neck catch. That is totally legal. He does it all the time. But don't you love it that you see we have a pit of vipers? I mean, total talent in the team roping. And here comes a couple of youngsters from Canada that all they have to do is catch, fellas, and win their first check at Rodeo Houston.
A 19-year-old header, a 21-year-old healer. Just make a qualified run and you're in the money, boys. Oh no, they're going to do better than that. The young Canadians have just taken the lead by half a second. Way to go, Tavis Drake and Denham Ross.
Good to hear you cheering for the Canadians out after what the hockey game did to Canada. I'd almost say I'm sorry. USA, I'm so proud of you.
Yes. Too soon, Bob.
Really?
No, he just had some extra salt. He wanted to throw in that wound.
I got a 50-pound sack.
Here's
the minors. I want for teenagers.
The brothers minor, the younger one, Riley to the horns. Both millionaires. Brady wants 2 feet. Another neck catch, that's fine. We hold our slack 7-1.
Watch this steer leave the chute. It's like he was shot out of there on a rocket. That steer was running. It took Riley everything he had to get into a position to get that neck catch. And then Brady does what Brady's been doing for 25 years, riding in and roping 2.
It was a bumpy night for the team ropers. Some led to a little bit of disappointment. Others were able to cross the mark. They put a little dirt in their glove, enhance the grip, looking for a shot, lay their rope down on the heel side, and hope they can keep it all in. The disappointment of Long and Eguskiza. Graves and Corkle not having the start they wanted. From the look of surprise for a Canadian that's on the top with that 6-5, that was worth $6,000 for the team. Wade and Thorpe, Minor and Minor, Summers and Corkle getting paid in Super Series 1, Round 1. Thank you to Corral Handcrafted Boots for bringing us the team roping.
Okay, Bucking Horse fans, we're going to do it again with the saddle bronc riding.
Hello amigos, this is your telenovela friend Gabriel Soto. And my friends at La Michoacana Meat Market want y'all to have an amazing time at the rodeo. If you're drinking, celebrate responsibly. Plan ahead, choose a designated driver, or get a safe ride home. Because at La Michoacana Meat Market, we care about you and our community. Enjoy the show.
Hey, captions are available on your mobile device at rodeohouston.com/captions. We're going to make it easy for you. Just point your camera at the QR code on the center screens. It will take you directly to our closed caption mobile app.
Check out the best seats in the house. Those are the chute seats, presented by Chenier, and they are located right behind our bucket chutes.
Well, right down in front of them are the arena crew people. Folks, you talk about talented. They work the gates, the chutes, the equipment. They make sure everything is perfect. Just like Cavender's Boot City. They'll make it perfect for you. Thank you to Cavender's Boot City.
If you're not taking a picture of yourself together at Rodeo Houston, you're doing it wrong. There you go. A selfie on the big screen as we load the bucking horses for the saddle bronc riding, our classic event in the sport of professional rodeo. This is how it all got started. It's being brought to you, or actually our defending champion is Ryder Wright, who lost the world title to his younger brother by $400. That's right, and his younger brother, is going to start us off as the reigning world champ. 5 out of those 8 guys are ranked in the top 15 in the world right now. Pretty impressive. Let's get things started, though, with the champion of the world.
Okay, Stadler right, the famous blue shirts. We know what he can do. He is the world champion, but I want you to watch this big horse. This is one big stallion. He be the stud horse. Not that easy to get out on. Not that easy the first couple of jumps. He comes from the great lineage of bucking horses, a lunatic fringe. He's seen him. Whoa, whoa. Get out of the way. We're on the roll, guys.
Lift. Good job, champ. Not exactly a horse that was easy to be in time with because of the way he floats in between each jump. Folks, guess what? That young man's only 22 years old, but he's the reigning world champion saddle bronc rider, and he just shows you why. Look how this horse kind of sails through the air between each jump and kick. You got to throw those feet forward and hold them solid. That's his older brother Stetson right there, cheering him on, and that's an 82-point ride for Statler to start the show.
Take you to where the water's a little muddy, just across the state line in Sulphur, Louisiana, with Ryder Sanford. Boyd mentioned 5 of the top 15 in the world. Here's the number 8 saddle bronc rider. Qualified to the national finals in 2023, Sicilian Kiss, the snappy little gray from the Survey String. The guy you just watched was 83 on this horse in Denver. Nice little draw to have in round 1, Bobby G.
Oh, I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, you breed that mare to that big brown stud just a minute ago, you're going to have some pretty bucking horses. It's the high jumps, but look at the kicks, and she's got a little circle to the finish. What a great mama she is. Where are they going to set him, boys? Sanford? All you people in Louisiana over there, side by each, I hope you're having a good evening. How about 78 for Ryder Sanford?
Let's go to a rematch. And this time, Parker Fleet hopes to be a few more points. So, Rodeo Houston has a formula for inviting their contestants. Obviously, if you're a world champion, if you're the top 30 in the world, you're going to get to come to Rodeo Houston. But then we have other ways that you can earn the right to ride here. And they include 2 qualifying rodeos, one in Fort Bend County in Rosenberg at the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo. The other one in Waller County at the Waller County Fair and Rodeo in Hempstead. Well, this is the guy that won Hempstead. And that's one of the reasons Parker Fleet is here. He won Hempstead with an 84, but man, he won the finals at Denver with an 89.5 point ride. He had this horse in Denver, 79.5. He wants to be in the 80s. Southpaw bronc rider, lift on that rein, throw those feet to the front, just like the bareback riding. Half the score from the horse and half from the cowboy. Ooh, did he lose his left stirrup? At the bitter
It might
end.
have been after the whistle.
I think it was. Whenever you watch the replay, though, great job holding his feet for the mark out to make sure whenever that horse does start to kick out the back that he has that timing. You can see him holding those feet. Great shot of the mark out, but 76, probably not the verdict he was hoping for.
That horse belonged to the Bailey Pro Rodeo, David Bailey Rodeo Company. Shane Gunderson. He spent a couple of weeks with Binion Survey and Chase over at San Antonio. Alan Bohr. Let's go back to Utah. Here comes the box cutter. Hit through that horse. Look at his head. He looks to the left and drops it, looks back to the right. That's going to challenge you right there, Andy. Challenge your right hand.
That's a great point, Bob. And Boyd was mentioning the scoring system. So half the score for how well the Cowboy rides. The horse part, the other half, you're looking for change of direction, kick out the back. What is the degree of difficulty to ride a horse And when you see all of that, it was difficult for Bohr, but how about 85 points and a brand new leader?
Well, he cut the cards. Said, I'll take this one, and now I'll deal with it. That's Try. He's got a house full of kids. He's a rancher and a farmer in Utah. He can dang sure use the money.
All right, next man's getting ready to go, Brody Cress. This man's originally from Wyoming, where he's a 3-time state champion wrestler. He's a 3-time NFR champion as well, Brody Cress. Woo! Mr. Boombastic from the Survey Company. Now that horse is covering some ground, but he's still doing his part by firing out the back end, even though he covered a lot of real estate.
Well, for a guy that stands 5 foot, maybe 8, look how far he's got to reach forward, and he does it so well.
How much rain that horse is taking.
Oh, big time.
Look at that horse's nose going between his knees each jump. That's why that bronc rein where Brody's holding on to it is so long. 81.5 will move him into the top 3. So Wyoming and Weatherford are both applauding Brody Cress.
He actually moved to Poolville, Texas, Sandy.
Oh, did he really?
Yep.
You got a new neighbor, Bobby T.
Oh, yeah, and a good one. His folks with him. Lefty.
The West Coast Cowboy from Visalia, California. Mr. Holman, the 27-year-old, currently number 15 in the world. Night Train ripping to the right, back to the left, then right. This horse is all over the map.
Did I hear you say degree of difficulty? Watch this. There's the first one. Here's the second one. Then this horse gives him only 2 jumps, tries to do it again. Oh, drunk on a dance floor. I think you've seen that before. And you
love it. 83.5 points. The lefty has just spurred his way into the top 2. As we go to 24-year-old Zach Dallas. He is from Las Cruces, New Mexico. The land of enchantment. Sends us the number 14 man in the world, last year's, actually the 2024 Resist All Rookie of the Year. He's got a horse called Firehouse, and we are on fire. I'm seeing orange flags, guys, and that generally means a re-ride option that will likely happen prior to the bull riding. So when you see those orange flags, that means the judges say it's not fair. What's not fair? That's not fair, right there. The fact that the horse fell down. So, fell down twice, actually. So, Zach is going to get a re-ride. It'll either be Tank or Nubbin, I believe.
I think I'd rather take Nubbin as the re-ride, just by the name. Want to do this? Gussifer? All right. Gus Gilliard, Morris, Texas, and Capone. Here's a bucking horse that has let him win a lot of money. Little Paint, go to it.
Solid as the day is long. This horse has had the same trip for over a decade.
I don't know a stock contractor in the world that doesn't wish they had 100 heads.
Oh, my goodness.
Like that horse. Why is that horse so special? Because he's honest, number one. And look at the kick out the back end. See how consistent he is with his head? He holds it in the same spot every jump. When a horse is that consistent in the way they buck, it allows a cowboy to get in rhythm and really show off. 81 points for your Morris, Texas youngster. Last year's Rookie of the Year award winner.
I'm pretty sure his name is also not Gustafson or whatever it was that you said, Bob. We'll have to review the tape.
All right. I like the way these horses buck as we look back. We'll bring you a re-ride a little bit later, but right now we're taking a look at it the way it ended up. All 8 got a shot. Oh, Mr. Wright cheering his brother on. His brother smiling right back at him. Alan Moore, the family man's going to get a check in the biggest spot. All brought to you by energy transfer.
Well, stay with us because the big boys are about to play their game. The linebackers of Rodeo are next in the steer wrestling.
It's time for Entertainer Trivia. Answer the question on the screen correctly for a chance to win season tickets to the 2027 Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo.
Folks, I hope you'll take time to visit the fan zone. It's sections 103 and another one at 124. It's presented by the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Company. Oh, the Rodeo Houston champion saddles are close. Get up there, get a picture. You're going to love it. Meet a cowboy or cowgirl.
All right, everybody, we're going to put you on the video screens with a Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam. One of you is going to be on the left of the screen, and then we're going to turn you into an avatar on the right of the screen. There you go. That's what you'd look like if you were on the boat. It's the Carnival Cruise Line Cowboy Cam, proudly bringing out the Wild West in all of you, even the young ones. Check it out. That's cute. Oh, boy. You had an 8-point buck in that beard. Smile.
Fantastic audience for opening night at Rodeo Houston. As the action rolls on, we put you on the dirt. It is the steer wrestling. Brought to you by our friends at Mattress Firm. Turn the clock back to last March, and a man you're going to meet tonight, Tucker Allen, left here with the biggest check of all. He took that and had his best season yet in 2025. That California man looks to do it again. Parlayed it into a world championship. Speaking of world champions, we also have the #1 man in the world and a 5-time world champion in this set. Should be pretty fun to watch.
I just love the story of how Tucker won it last year. He had to win a wild card to make it to the finals. He made the Final Four in the 4th place position. Tryson Kalawaya, first up with the Hawaiian. Nice word for the Hilo Hawaiian, former Northwestern Oklahoma State University standout. His favorite movie is American Sniper, and boy, did he fire a bullet at this steer. Left horn down, nose comes up, stops the watch in 5.2.
All right, Andy, after you were talking about Tucker Allen, let's go for him. Oh, there's so much to say and so little time to say it. But when you take a guy at 5'8", 5'8", folks, he's not the biggest guy in the bunch, 5'10", 180 pounds. Watch what he will do when he slides into position. Everything's done at a lower altitude. He knows how to get a hold, come around, and throw one down better than anybody else last year. There's your shot. Yep.
Technique matters, and when you get a slow handling steer. Now, what do I mean by that? You saw the first steer, his hind end really whips around whenever he goes to the nose. This steer for Tucker doesn't handle as fast. See, when his hind end comes around, it's very slow, and that cost him precious time. 6-4 for Tucker. Have to see how that shakes out.
All right, Stallion, let's go to another one. Mark Joiners in hot pursuit. LaRanger, Louisiana, whoops. Okay, that'll give you a wedgie you can't pull out with a D8 cat. Ouch.
Thank you for the visual.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, it's called getting down a little high. The steer's very courteous, though. He's like, excuse me. We're sorry about that, Mark. Come back and get him tomorrow. We talk about this in the tie-down roping. You can have one bad run in your Super Series and still bounce back.
That's the first to Louisiana. Let's do it again, Andy. Let's try this with a guy that's in the top 30, but at 30 years old, you know, he's right on that borderline. You probably won't do this after 40. A few do, not many.
Well, can your body hold up? That's going to be the question. Can you stay healthy? This young man started with a bang back in 2018, winning a collegiate title for East Mississippi Community College. Since then, has qualified to the National Finals Rodeo on 2 different occasions. Comes from a big rodeo family. Casey Martin, another one of the Martin family to qualify to the National Finals, but the same scenario happens again.
So here's what's happening, folks. These steers are getting smart. They're trying to cut off the bulldogging horse, the horse the Cowboy's riding. So those steers are going left, and that's causing the Cowboys to get down high. They can't get their body between the horse and the steer, and that's why they're landing on the posterior rather than on their feet.
I hadn't thought about that word, but I'll remember it now. Justin Schaefer just won $16,000 in the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Justin Schaefer, as big as they come, 6'2". We'll take him in at 240. I don't care what the stats say. Get a hold of this one. He's from Texas. Yep, slide. Oh, that's a lot of work in under 6 seconds right there. When he got to him, no wasted time.
Well, and it was a great job by his hazer. You could see the guy on the right keeping that steer straight, but not going by the steer and pushing him too far to the left, trying to keep him running straight. And that 5 and 9 puts him number 2 and in a good spot to win.
But I think you could say this without question. Tyler Wagisback is one of the greatest steer wrestlers ever. Only 2 other men have won more world championships, Hall of Famers Homer Pettigrew and Luke Branquinho. He's a 5-time champion of the world, #1 ranked steer wrestler in the game. Here comes Wags, horn down, nose up, and that'll slide him into the number 3 spot with a 6-flat finish for the future Hall of Famer.
He's one of those guys that I feel like was born and built to do something, and this was it. Like, he was never going to do anything else.
Well, the next guy was only born 19 years ago. He just turned 20.
Did he have to reach?
Oh, he's unbelievable.
He's got that gold positive time on the back of that hat.
Well said. Colin Fox lives in Manville, Texas. Folks, he's already got the money at Jackson, Mississippi, San Antonio, won 6 at Fort Worth. He was the average winner in the permits. That's when you basically start in Waco last fall. He's only 20, but he's a big boy rodeo fool tonight. It's all right. 1 down. You got 2 to go, Colin.
Bob mentioned the permit finals. That's how he qualified to be here, but that steer takes a step to the right, and the night's done for Colin.
I wouldn't count that kid out. There is a ton of talent rocking out of that arena right now. Let's go to the Alabama Slammer. Born and raised in Alabama, but now living in Florida, we turn to Kyle Irwin. Got started going to Steve Duhan Bulldog schools, steer wrestling schools, if you will. He's 35 years old, 6'1", 205 pounds. And I like this guy. He's just easy to like.
How could you not like it?
Yeah.
Kind of like Duhan himself.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a dose of that, you fall in love.
Just the definition of a Southern gentleman.
And Colin Skinny dropping a whole pull. Yo! That black Polish steer was not cooperating. Still did it well in a 5.8. That's going to put him in the number 2 spot.
Well, you see some veteran patience here because this steer also doesn't handle very well when he gets his hands on him. But he doesn't panic. He waits till he brings the back end around and then goes to the nose. He also understands I got 2 more rounds to go. I'm going to take a check for $2,000 here on night number 1. Make my chances of advancing better from Super Series 1.
Yeah, you better get in shape. This is not a game for men who are weak. It is a game for, look at Tyler Wagon fly like he's Superman. Reach and grab a hold of 600 pounds of taco and then torque it to the ground. High fives for 1 and 2. As they grin and smile, Irwin sweats from the humidity. But it's the Hawaiian that takes all the money with a 5.2. Trison, Calavia, Irwin, Schaefer, and Wegesbach share the fruits of their labor. Hope you enjoyed the steer wrestling. It was brought to you by Mattress Firm.
Stay close by. The speed event of the ladies in the barrel race is coming up next in the Bayou City.
Every time we gather, stories converge. At Shell Federal Credit Union, we see you. We see your hopes, your heritage, your dreams. Because your story, who you are, where you come from, makes this community richer. Shell FCU, official opening day sponsor of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
The 23rd Annual Rodeo Uncorked Champion Wine Auction and Dinner celebrated the winners of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo International Wine Competition. The 2026 Grand Champion Best of Show, Chimney Rock Cabernet Sauvignon, Tomahawk Vineyard Stag's Leap District 2022 sold for $300,000 and was purchased by Randa and Ray Gilliam, J. Allen Kent Development, Julie and Allen Kent, Andrea and Scott Fish, and Lisa Blackwood and Kimberly Wilkins. The Reserve Grand Champion Best of Show, Sequoia Grove Chardonnay Napa Valley 2023, was purchased for a rodeo record amount of $285,000 by Andrea Bryant, John M. Cotterill, Cindy and W.W. Rowland, and Kate and Mike Brem. Cheers to all our generous donors, and thank you for your continued support. You can taste Rodeo Uncorked award-winning wines at the Champion Wine Garden presented by Frost. Learn more at RodeoHouston.com. You're watching Rodeo Houston, a fan favorite event. The barrel race is about to start. The 3 barrels are set. You can run to the right or the left first. It doesn't matter, but the fastest time wins. And here in Super Series number 1, it is star-packed, including the winningest barrel racer in the WPRA, Lisa Lockhart, who's competing against a 4-time world champion, Haley Kinzel. It is going to be a tough Super Series.
It absolutely is, JD, and it's brought to you by S&B Engineers and Constructors. 1 year ago, Cassie Mowry became another Rodeo Houston champion that went on to become a world champion. There's the aforementioned Lisa Lockhart, folks. She's the first $4 million barrel racer in the history of the sport. Haley Kinzel, the 4-time world champion, and as Andy likes to point out, Texas A&M grad as well.
She is. It's just a fact. Gig 'em, young lady. Our pattern's set up in a cloverleaf set. That's right, 3 barrels. They choose which direction they begin, and we begin with Blackfoot, Idaho's Sue Smith, 3-time NFR qualifier. Starts with 1 turn to the left. She will finish with 2 to the right. And she's a little wide around those barrels. Let's see if we can tighten it up on the last one. As she brings the buckskin back across the line, stopping it at 1569. 1569 more than likely will be a little too long.
If the history tells us anything. All right, Bobby T, let's go to Georgia for Chloe Gray.
To the lady who finished 21st in the world of the WPRA, Yatesville, Georgia, Southeast Circuit champion. Got a little money at Sheridan last summer, Lakeview, Oregon. She'd like to have the Bayou City paycheck. 1484. Georgia goes to the lead.
All right, as we get set for Lisa Lockhart, we oftentimes call her the queen herself. She's one of the greatest barrel racers of all time. She's on Rose's Cantina. They're gonna make a left-hand turn for a super nice turn on that first barrel, headed in there, and they are laying down a run. They've never won Rodeo Houston before. This might be their opportunity to get things started, and a down third barrel for Lisa, and it was gonna be fast, guys. 14.82 with the down barrel.
Yeah, and then we got to add that 5-second penalty, so it's a 19.82 for breaking the barrel. But folks, yesterday, she became the all-time winningest barrel racer in the history of the sport. Over $4 million in career earnings. No other cowgirl has ever done it. Let's give Lisa Lockhart of Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo a round of applause. We go now to Michelle Alley. Down the alley, quarter horses, Madisonville, Texas. She won Wild Card 2 last year and made it to our finals. Alley won 2 rounds in bracket 5 at San Antonio. Tight corners, straight lines. Come on, Miss Michelle. Get you some of that. Brand new leader, 14.56, and Madisonville, Texas takes the lead.
Wow, taking advantage of it. That was beautiful.
Well, when we talk about barrel racing, it all comes down to the details around all 3 turns and how fast you are in between. We're going to take a look at a ghost cam to be able to compare Chloe Gray's run to Michelle Alley's run and see where that about 0.3 of a time difference happened. They both have dark horses. They're both heading into that first barrel. Michelle Alley's on the darker horse, and the horse Stiletto comes out of that first barrel just a little bit quicker. You can see where Michelle Alley starts to take the lead. Then they get closer in time, but Michelle is about 3 to 5 feet ahead of Chloe almost this entire run, and this is where all the difference comes right there. The angle out of the third barrel. Michelle Alley, she ran more straight going back home through that alleyway, and that's about 0.3 of a difference. Michelle Alley and Stiletto, they have done awesome here in Rodeo Houston in the past. Right now, they've got that lead, but we have some awesome star power still to come. I've mentioned the 4-time world champion Haley Kindle. She's coming up, as well as Carly Otero, many times the national finals rodeo. She loves Rodeo Houston. It is going to be a close race down to the very last barrel racer.
That's a great angle and some very excellent analysis from Janie, taking us through just how close it is going in and out of those barrels. You guys have said it before, tight corners, straight lines. Let's try Alyssa Urbanek Wade from Stephenville, Texas. One Elk City, Oklahoma. Texas Circuit finalist. Wider than she wanted to be around the first. Trying to check the bay horse up around the second. See if we can find barrel number 3. Another wide turn, costing her some precious time at 15.34.
Too much real estate. Yeah, just too much, a little wide on each one of those turns. She is the best of Texas. She won the Texas Circuit Finals. It just, whenever you have barrels this far away from a fence, in normal rodeo setups, the barrels are a lot closer.
Okay, Carly Otero, you heard her mention a moment ago. Oh, the last person I would think would let one slide by. That's wide. Pick it up right here. Shorten it up. Come on, Texas. You gotta help your lady from Lipan. Parker and Hood County Cowgirls, 16.75. That was at least a 1.5 seconds in that wide slide. Dang it.
All right, we're getting our arena set for the 4-time world champion, Haley Kindle and sister. This is a fan favorite in NRG Stadium. Cheer on this amazing team, and they are laying down a textbook Haley Kindle run. Here we go into that third barrel. Look out, this horse is unbelievably fast. This world champion team stops the clock. 14.62, and they go into that second place. And the thing we know about this team, they get faster and faster with every run.
Yeah, and we're talking hundredths of a second, quite literally 0.06 of a second separate first and second. Let's go to Caitlin Scott, West Texas cowgirl from the Permian Basin. No! Odessa, Texas reaches down to touch the barrel, now lifts her left leg to get by the second. Old Yella is taken off, and Caitlin Scott an NFR qualifier last year for the first time. And they tell us 1958, including the penalty of 5. So Andy Seiler, this looks like a horse race, but it's actually a game of inches.
It is so close. When you come into the barrel, you want to stay close. The wider you turn, the more time it will cost you. And it is a game of 1/100ths of a second. The shoulder leaning into that third barrel, and a costly mistake for the $4 million lady as Chloe crosses the line. Michelle reaches for the biggest check at a 14.56, followed by the world champion, the Georgia Peach, and Miss Urbanek Wade rounding out our top 4. Our barrel racing brought to you by our friends at S&B Engineers and Constructors.
We're not done with the Cowgirls. No, ma'am. No, sir, we are not. It's time to put a rope in their hand. Breakaway Roping's our next contest of the evening, proudly brought to you by Oxy. And Taylor Munsell, 1 year ago, is another Rodeo Houston champ that became a world champion in the same season. But when you see names like Jackie Crawford and Aaron Johnson, they're both world champs and they're both Rodeo Houston champs. So they got to get top billing as we start with Jade Mitchell from Weatherford, Texas. She won Hempstead, the Waller County Fair, with a 1.6, and that's why she's here.
That is one of the 2 qualified rodeos that Boyd mentioned. We have those in Fort Worth. They have them in San Antonio. It's becoming quite a popular thing in our bigger, higher-paying rodeos. Talking about million-dollar venues. Jade. Now, I know that a lot of these ladies have been and are going to wear pink tonight in honor of a beautiful little girl that we lost a couple of weeks ago, Miss Oakley. Backed in the corner, just like you watched in the calf roping. She's set. The barrier rope is around that calf's neck, tied with a string. It will break free, but it's got enough pull to get the barrier line out in front of her. Sizzled him right around the ears, not enough dip in the rope.
That's right. The tip of the rope was not far enough down whenever she released it, so the loop does not go on. And in no time for our first cowgirl. Here's what Bob's talking about. When she comes up, goes over the eyes of the calf instead of the nose, so no time.
But that's why there's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Ladies and gentlemen, if there was a Mount Rushmore for cowgirls, this lady would be the only face on it. Jackie Crawford, the 23-time world champion and the first $1 million non-barrel racer. She won her million with a rope. She is the 2024 champion of Houston, and that 3.6 is going to set the bar in round 1 of Super Series 1.
Love how that horse tracks the calf as she takes one more swing to make sure it fits. That is smart. Way to go, Jackie.
This next lady will be riding a good horse because her family raises them. Brady Good, Taylor County, Abilene, Texas. Now, she just over-exercised that loop. It went around the neck, but you'll see it figure 8, and his calf's going to step in it with his left hind foot. See that?
Figure 8'd it. You know, she was a runner-up last year. She finished second at Rodeo Houston a year ago, so a little rough luck in her first attempt back. Let's go to a lady who owns her own structural pipe business. Top 20 in the world, this is Tiana Gray. Back in high school, back in 2007, she won the National High School Championship. Went to the NFR in 2024, a standout at Eastern New Mexico University. Tiana Gray calls May, Texas home. There's the nod. The cast release, rope speed, tip down, fire, got it, no. Carbon copy of the exact thing we saw on the previous run. So now we've got one qualified run, 3 no times. things are going to start getting softer for the back half of this field.
So now if you're Kirby Rawlinson, qualified from the Fort Bend County Fair and Rodeo after winning Rosenberg, this is your chance. There's no way that you thought coming into this there'd only be one qualified time for your first trip to Rodeo Houston. If you're 3 and 5 or quicker, you're guaranteed one of the bigger checks. She's smart, takes one more swing, and at 5.5, she's gonna get some money.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Well, when you think about all of the ladies that have missed or had an illegal catch, we've got 3 ladies to go and 6 places to pay. We've got 5 in the hunt. They need to catch this next bunch. Suzanne Montero Williams. That is the name that I put as her maiden name in my dialogue for my Nevada heritage and all of the people that'll be watching her up there tonight. She is a Californian. See her look back. Oh my. Yeah, 3.2. She goes to the lead. 3-2. Folks, did you hear what I said? She went to the lead. Bless you, thank you.
Now they're telling us in no time. They must not have had a bell collar catch. No time, the official score for Suzanne Williams. The very first year we had breakaway roping at Rodeo Houston, this lady rode out of here as the champion. Erin Johnson, Fowler, Colorado. 3-time world champion, 4th generation rancher. Good job, Erin! And by 1/10 of a second, no, 2/10, she moves into the #1 spot. One world champion just beat the other world champ. Way to go for our very first Rodeo Houston champ from what year was that, 2022?
Yes, it was. Her and her husband train a lot of calf roping horses. Very stoic lady, but what a great competitor. Speaking of competitive families, here's the daughter of an NFR qualifier, the sister to 2 team roping NFR qualifiers, and the wife of a 2-time NFR average champion. That's Jill Tanner, the #1 lady in the WPRA World Standings after winning Fort Worth. Looking for her first qualification to the national finals of breakaway roping. Got a hard running calf as she catches up, makes it fit. 6-1, not the time she wanted, but it is one that will get her a paycheck, and that matters.
That calf got a big jump and had a set of wheels, but that horse, quite a horse to be able to catch up even as long as NRG Stadium is. She's smiling. We'll see her again tomorrow.
Well, you could see it on her face as she's riding out as well, but the 3s tonight, the 3-4, the 3-6, looking off, thinking about it. Here is the $1 million roper, Jackie Crawford. Whoa, really? That's a little grimace. That's a big smile. And she is #2 for 2. There it is, Johnson Crawford, Rawlinson, and the #1 lady in the world, Jill Tanner. That's breakaway roping. And we say thank you to Oxty.
Fan favorite event. We are preparing for it. Bull riding coming up next at Rodeo Houston.
Hey, y'all, check the screens right now for the answer to the trivia question. The winner will be announced on March 21st.
Visit the Fan Zone. It's presented by Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, and we've got 2 of them. Hey, Tyler, sections 103 and 124. You can go take a picture with your favorite rodeo stars like Kyle Irwin. Get an autograph.
Tyler Wagaspack was up there signing autographs. Oh, all the bronc riders. There's still Brody Cress's back there. Now, look at how many autographs that little girl got on her hat. Look how many famous cowboys and cowgirls have signed that little girl's hat. That's why you need to go, folks. Make a memory.
I do believe she's been to the rodeo before. Oh, yeah.
Having Houston Methodist by our side really means a lot, knowing that we have a good care team to provide assistance, whether we're just not feeling our best or we have an actual injury or issue is a whole different ball game. And you don't get that at every rodeo you go to. Just knowing that you have that safety measure over you is a huge blessing in its own, and we can't thank you guys enough.
Yes, thank you, Houston Methodist. All right, we're back. Yep, you can point at yourself on the screen. That's okay. We can see you do it. But you'll recall we had some unfinished business in the saddle bronc riding. New Mexico's Zach Dallas was awarded a re-ride. He's taking it right now. Placetas, New Mexico for the land of enchantment. Trying to wiggle that horse around to get him standing the way he wants him. 24-year-old Cowboy went to his first national finals. Actually his second. Won 117 grand. He might make a move, folks. He's got to be 81 or better to get in the top 5. And I'm going to say there's a better than average chance he's did it.
And that's why you award a re-ride. You want a fair and equitable opportunity for the Cowboy, and it's given to him. The little bay horse gives him a chance, 83 points, and a top 3 score for the man named Dallas riding in Houston.
The way he turned those toes out, oh, that was beautiful. So as Zach steps back over, we'll see how his ride affected the payout. Alan Bower's still going to take the first place check with an 85. Lefty Holman, who was signing autographs a moment ago, a half point better than Zach. And Statterite, the champion of the world, rounds out your top 4. But now, it's time for the bull riding at Rodeo Houston. And rock and roll denim brings you the competition.
There are the bullfighters protecting our bull riders. On the left of your screen, the GOAT from Atitu, Wyoming, Dusty Tuckness. The man in the middle, Nate Justice, NFR qualifier. And the man to your right, Nathan Harp. Welcome, our bullfighters at Rodeo Houston.
And the man inside the can.
Probably the most highly voted, many winners. He's a Triple Crown winner. John Harrison.
Houston, are you ready to ride some bulls?
We're ready to buck them. Chute number 7 is where we start. As Jake Gardner of Wheatland County, Alberta, the Canadian, gets us started on a bull called Stinky Winky. No, I didn't make that name up. Stinky Winky is 47-11. That's the bull's career record. 47 times, 11 qualified rides. Turns back into Jake's hand. Very user-friendly pen of bulls tonight. Hey, y'all, the first one is a qualified ride. Now we can ride them all. Let's hear it for Jake Gardner from Canada.
Now the points will be the same. There's no Canadian exchange by the points. 79 sets the bar. And the Canadian did good. We're happy to have him here. He'll be the second Canadian tonight. There's that smile. Good job, buddy. 79 points.
You can tell Bob's been paid in Canadian dollars as he talks about the exchange rate.
A third of my adult life spent in that beautiful country with those beautiful people. I am part Canadian, proud of it.
Milan, Tennessee's Hudson Bolton qualified to his first national finals rodeo last year. After winning Ellensburg and the Albuquerque Extreme Bulls, the Black Bull's named Twinkie, and he is not being sweet right now.
That's just wrong. That is just absolutely wrong to name a bull Twinkie.
When you know how he's gonna behave. You ever been hooked by a Twinkie? Never. You get one here, as this one will put a horn in you. Ooh.
You know, sometimes when they don't kick out that back end, they don't push you back up on your rope. You notice this bull doesn't kick a lot out the back end. Oh, good thing for helmets. Bull looks a little like the old crooked nose. Hey, here we go. We're with Colorado kid, Luke Mackey. On a bull called bad memory, he's down, he's stunned. He's stunned. Bullfighters trying to keep the bull away.
That knocked the air completely out of his body, Boyd. Folks, you watch it in a replay. How much centrifugal force can your body take when we put the slam on you? Watch here. Now he starts off good, and he's been riding like a wolf all winter long, but it's coming. Here it comes. Wow.
But you look, there is no backing down from Harp, Justice, and Tuckness. They are right there as this young man is on his back, cannot move, and they don't move either until he's away for safety. Give it up for our bullfighters.
Absolutely. Number 2 in the world, here comes Cody McElroy. Public Enemies, the bull, turning back into his hand. The little Charlet is going left, and the Cowboy's going with him. Oh, thank you, Houston, Texas. Cody McElroy of Loretto, Kentucky. The man from the bluegrass country. Got a big check on New Year's Eve in Topeka, Kansas. But the big move here is to the left, and that was right into his wheelhouse. 77.5 for McElroy.
Springer, Oklahoma sends us our next bull rider, and how can you not like a guy named Roscoe?
Roscoe Jarbo. Boyd and I have been bragging on both sides of the country for the last 10 years. He's a veteran at a very young age. He's 29, that's the breaking point.
He moved. He used to be from New Plymouth, Idaho, but now lives in Springer, Oklahoma.
5-time NFR qualifier on a bull that bucks off 81% of the men who climb aboard. But Roscoe, the millionaire, wants to be there for the entire 8, and he's gonna do it.
Look at him at that outside foot, Boyd. He is wild.
Wait a second, Roscoe. Are you wearing red boots that match your red chaps? I believe he is. Now, folks, that's color coordination right there. When you got a pair of bull riding boots that match your chaps, you're all in. And he's all in to the tune of 85 points and a brand new leader.
Red Roscoe. Hey, if it works, keep doing it.
Well, let's keep talking. If that's going to be the case, that's the name of the next bull. Canyon Bass, Johnson City, Texas. There'll be a lot of livestock come out of that country with our 4-H and FFA kids. Right now, for a guy that was a champion, got the money at Abilene, Kansas, Gunnison, Colorado, Killeen, Texas. Folks, whether he's riding broncs, riding bulls, let's see what he's going to do. The thing is to be there at the end. We have 3 qualified rides, 3 guys to go. There's money for everybody if you get them rode. When that gate cracks, Houston, y'all see what you can do to cheer him on, because this little mousy spotted bull, ooh, he's got an attitude.
That's St. Justice swatting at that bull to try to get him to stand the right way. Look, he's not trying to hurt the Cowboy, he's trying to help the Cowboy. Now the bull has a clock. The more you mess with him.
You said it, boy. He got out of there because of that.
The clock says 8, so he made it. The only thing I was concerned about is he was using his free arm to try to stay in the middle, but at the very end of the ride, he almost overcorrected a little too much.
Oh, this bull slams him down on his ear. I'm telling you, there'll be enough dirt in this ear. It will take a doctor to get it all out. Oh, watch how he lands. Bam. Right on the side of that helmet. Youch. 77 and nickel. So Canyon's in the money. And now we turn to the superstar.
We mentioned $4 million in the barrel racing. You're watching the guy 100,000 off. This is Stetson Wright. When the whistle blew, he got airborne. Folks, he's only been around for less than a half a decade. And think about it. He's won $3.9 million. He's going to win more tonight in Houston. 87.5.
Woo! He is all athlete. His center of gravity is second to none, staying in the middle of that bull, but the next man you're going to meet is matching him with the all-around competition.
Yeah, as we get ready to watch Wasey, I want to step back to Stetson for just a second. Andy and I were going up the escalator. Bob, you watch Larry Mahan, Roy Cooper, Ty Murray. I came along the Ty Murray, Trevor Brazil era. Have you ever seen a better cowboy than Statler Wright?
No, no, I haven't at the moment. And I'm going to give credit to his daily life. He said, what you put in your body will make you act and react as a champion.
All right, here we go. Wasey Shala just won San Antonio to the Bareback riding with a 91-point ride. Oh, no. He survived it. It doesn't. Okay, a couple of different things are happening here. So did the clock stop at 3:87? If it did, then one of the judges considered it disqualified. See, if you touch the animal with your free hand, you're disqualified. However, if the bull fell down, that would take that away, and he is going to get a re-ride option. Okay, which means he's got to kind of take it now because there's no way we can buck a bull with a stage in the arena. So, Wasey, if he gets on Can Crusher, I don't know that he's had that bull before, but if he gets on Veggie Straw, he had Veggie Straw here last year and scored 80 points. So we'll try to find out which bull he's getting on, whether it's Veggie Straw or Can Crusher, as one of the re-ride bulls.
I do hope it's going to be Veggie Straw because by 2 buck-offs and 2 rides, that bull's got the better advantage for the rider. Now watch what they're going to go through. You talk about a whirlwind and a hurricane. They're going to step back in there. All right, let's go to Janie, Miss Finlay, and that's Stetson.
Down here with Stetson Wright, our new leader in the bull riding. No surprise, that bull was not easy to ride, though. That very last second, what was going through your mind? How'd you stay on?
Oh, just keep hustling, keep trying. He had me strung out. He was a little hard to track out through there, but luckily we got to the whistle.
You're on such a winning roll right now from the bronc riding, which we're going to see you later on here in Rodeo Houston, and the bull riding as well. How fun is it to be back here at NRG Stadium?
Oh, it's super fun. The fans here, they're insane, and the stock here is awesome too, and to be able to just be here is awesome.
Okay, I know you've been in this situation before. Right now we're waiting on a re-ride. Whenever you have to go and get on a bull immediately right after, how do you handle that?
Oh man, you just got to stay loose and cool. Wasey knows exactly what he's doing. I think that first one was just a warm-up for him, and now this one's about to get it, and they better watch out.
Well, I think fans don't know this. You're leading it right now. You were actually trying to get over there to help Wasey before I made you come do this interview, so I'm going to let you go help Wasey, but how cool is it to have that camaraderie amongst the guys?
Oh, that's the best thing about rodeo is we're all cheering for each other, and iron sharpens iron.
He's had a few
Well, you're our leader. You go help your friend.
Thank you.
Stetson Wright.
Well, that would be Iron and Dusty Tuckness on the right, and that would be Cotton and John Harrison on the left.
Ouch. We can read your lips, John Boy.
Yeah, we got cameras that can read your lips, so.
Yeah. That is one of the greatest all-time entertainers in and out of the barrel in our lifetime. All right. Stetson Wright just gave him the credibility. Said that was just a warm-up on that brown bull that slipped. Wasey Shala, #1 in the world standings in the bareback riding.
All around implications. All in a matter of less than 5 minutes. 3 mounts on bull #2. Oklahoma and Utah battling it out. He's 20 years old. The youngest man to cross the $1 million mark in PRCA history. And he's going to add to that total with a top 3 score. 84.5 for Shala. Keeps his name in the conversation.
He is some kind of talent, isn't he? Just unbelievable talent. Wasey, still just 20 years old, folks, because he's only going to keep getting better. Let's take a look back at this bull riding. The #1 thing is the G-force, the gravity. Because I'm telling you, when you've got 1,800 pounds of bull jumping like it's a Siamese cat, there's a lot of gravity involved. There's Stetson trying to key on his rope. If you don't keep your feet on that rope, then the feet of the bull are going to find you. I think we knocked the wind out of that cowboy. And you can look in their eyes and know they're serious about it. It doesn't matter if they're a bull or a cowboy, but the red boots work for Roscoe. And Wasey, second chance, allows him to grin his way out of NRG.
Oh, Stetson 87.5 makes the rest of the field want to hump up, catch up. Draw in there tomorrow night and do it again. That was bull riding, brought to you by Rock and Roll Denim. Next event, you'll love it. It's a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. Hey folks, we want to welcome some lucky recipients to our Rodeo Acts of Kindness program. They've been moved down from the 6th level to these great seats. Thanks to Rodeo Acts of Kindness participants. Tonight, Shell Federal Credit Union. Hey, I want you to get your cell phones out. Get them out, quick. Scan the QR code, and you'll be on the Raising Cane's selfie cam. Look at there. That's beautiful. Everybody ought to be doing that right now. It'll be up before you know it. Yep, there's too much popcorn for him. Beautiful ladies. There you go. He's a little shaky with his selfie. I don't think she knew she even had a date.
For generations, the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo has welcomed professional athletes from around the world. They come to compete and take part in one of the most exciting and celebrated events of the year. But the Cowboys and Cowgirls admit they'd be nothing on their own. They fully rely on their partners. And now, Oxy is honored to present the other part of the team that these athletes cherish, the part of their team that they love and fiercely protect, just like a part of their very own family. This is historic Rodeo Houston footage from a decade ago of 2 legendary horses. On the left of your screen is Hostage. Next to her is Lunatic Fringe. Both of these horses have done their part to help crown Rodeo Houston champions over the years. But they did something else. They created this, their 14-year-old daughter. That's right, out of Lunatic Fringe in Hostage. This is Lunatic Bayou, has followed in the footsteps of her mom and dad. This mother of four has bucked at the top rodeos across the United States, including here in Houston. These animal athletes are born to be bucking horses, and they're loved and respected by the cowboys that dare to ride them. And soon enough, the youngest member of this deep bloodline, the son of Lunatic Bayou, this is Lunatic Bay. Yeah, that little guy right there, he'll be setting records of his own someday. You know, some horses are born to run fast. Some are meant to work with cutting precision. But these bucking horses were born to challenge their riders, because bucking comes natural to these broncs, and it's our responsibility as well as our honor to make sure they are cared for with respect. Because let's face it, they're a part of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo family too, and they represent the legacy and the future of this rodeo. We've cheered for cowboys and cowgirls all night long. Let's hear it for our animal athletes who carry them to glory. And again, a big thank you to Oxy for presenting our Born to Buck legacy. Every one of those horses and their babies are the son or daughter out of a bucking horse. You'll get a chance to see them up close and personal later in the rodeo run. But again, big shout out to Oxy.
Thank you, Boyd. Coming up next, you're gonna love it. It's the calf scramble.
Life on the road of a rodeo athlete can be challenging. That's why United Airlines is thrilled to reunite rodeo families and bring them along for the ride.
Justin Schaefer is a great cowboy and a loving father of four. He constantly flies his kids back and forth so that they can see him compete. He also flies back and forth to watch his kids compete in their junior rodeos. He makes it his priority to always be part of their lives. Justin, we want to make sure you and your family are united as often as possible with airfare from United. You were selected by your peers because they think you deserve this, and so do we. Congratulations, you are tonight's Rodeo Reunited family, sponsored by United.
Oh, it's great. It's great to keep families together. Thank you, United. Justin, great to see you with your family. Hi there. Busted. If you're on the phone, we found you. Pay attention. We're looking.
She didn't even see that other lady
There you
with
go.
popcorn. Hey, it's team time.
They're paying attention. Hey, everybody, it's calf scramble time. It is sponsored by Transocean. Tonight, we want you to keep an eye out for the first scrambler who properly catches a calf and crosses the line, because that scrambler will have the chance to compete in the Super Scramble on March 21st. Let's go down to the arena floor with Andy Seiler and Janie Johnson. Let's meet tonight's scramblers.
Guys, it's going to be a great calf scramble tonight. We have 17 girls and 13 boys, so let's go girl power. We have a great group of kids as well. We have some long distance runners, we have some musicians, but all of these kids are truly beaming to be here and have this awesome opportunity. So let's go ahead and get it started with Haley Coteras,
Jordan Logan,
Jose Cantu,
Dustin Castillo,
Jarek Sanchez,
Harley Simmons,
Nisela Villegas,
Cutter Shriver,
Peyton Carruthers,
Philip Harth,
Madeline Pinkard,
Cody Reuter,
Isis Mata,
Kaylee Pringle,
Brianna Sanguin,
William McLean,
Lillian Pipkin,
Julian Watkins,
Elijah Golson,
Ellie Osmond,
Anthony Everhart,
Kennedy Franklin,
Cadence Belleville,
Diego Hernandez,
Jesse Flores,
Amanda Campos,
Kiara Baptiste,
Wade Perez,
Valeria Perales,
and Katie Mendoza Escobar. Those are your opening night scramblers ready to try and catch one. Each and every time we do this, there are two individuals that assist us in making sure everything goes as planned. First, our calf scramble gate opener. It's Miss Rodeo America, Olivia Favero. And of course, our calf scramble starter that will drop the hat and signify the beginning of the calf scramble. It's the Texas Land Commissioner, Don Buckingham. As we have our scramblers in position, the vom has been set for the calves to come out as we swing the gate open with Miss Rodeo America. Dawn will hold that hat high as the calves get closer. The anticipation builds to see who will catch a calf on opening night. The silver belly is held high. Once it drops, as it always does, it's time to catch a calf.
All right, they are off, and Andy, this is when the athletics can really come into play. You know, you want to be a good wrestler, you're a long-distance runner. This could really help there. Hopefully you don't have to run too far, though. This is a long football field.
Well, for the athletes, obviously they want to catch a calf, and then they have to pull that halter out, put the halter on the calf correctly, and then lead it into the big box at the center of our arena. That halter must stay on as you lead the calf.
That looks like Philip Harth out there, number 10, and he just wanted everyone to know that he loves hot dogs, and he had one before the show.
Why not? There's number 23, Cadence Belleville of Lumberton FFA. Hold on.
Yes, and Cadence wanted us to tell everyone how much she loves her mom. So shout out to Cadence's mom for helping her out and getting her into this calf scramble. Looks like she's about got that one caught.
Shout out to all those 4-H and FFA moms.
Absolutely.
Looks like we have a catch inside the box, too, on night one. A very quick catch.
That was Wade Perez. He told us that he takes pride in everything that he does. And you know what? That might have manifested him into the box right there to maybe make that catch.
But I have found Cutter Shriver. Cutter, our first catch of the night. Did you have a strategy coming into this?
Come in, stay on my feet. Get my arms on it, and don't let go.
Don't let go. All right, are you bringing a steer or heifer back to the show?
I want to get a steer.
Any breed in particular?
Maybe Angus.
Perfect. That's a good one. A certified Angus beef, and the biggest beef of all, your catch on night number one, Cutter Shriver.
I got to tell you our fun fact about Cutter that he gave us. He said that he has the Texas State Dog of the Year 3 times for squirrel hunting. So that really tracks right there. Congratulations for him getting the first catch.
A squirrel hunter.
Yeah.
I did not have that in my Rodeo Houston night one bingo.
It's an amazing group of kids, Andy. Truly diverse.
I love it. There's a lot of space for our 4-H and FFA exhibitors as they go to and fro on the arena floor. There's number 14 on the wall, Kaylee Pringle, getting some assistance as the crowd cheers her on.
Yep, Kaylee Pringle, she shows goats, and she wants her first heifer, so she's in the right place.
That's number 29, Valeria Perales from Humble FFA. She's got the halter in her teeth. It's a great strategy if it works out. If not, call a dentist.
Well, you know what, Andy? From these hard-running calf scramble kids to our rodeo athletes, though, Houston Methodist and Rodeo Houston Sports Medicine are always standing by to take care of any injuries that can happen to our competitors. And it does happen, but thanks to our friends at Houston Methodist, we are well taken care of.
That's number 16, William McLean of Bexar County FF or 4-H. He's got the front and back, trying to get inside the box as he comes from the south end of our arena floor. Back to number 14, Kaylee Pringle. That calf cooperating as you get an in-depth look of how the halter goes on.
Yes, and you'll notice how she's remaining calm. We're having to use some strategy here. You don't want to scare this calf away. It's trying to. You know, that might have been on me. I'm not sure.
She's not quitting, though.
There's no quitting these kids. What a great group.
There's a good look at number 20, Ellie Osmond of Lumberton FFA. We got the halter on for number 23, Cadence Belleville, also of Lumberton FFA. Once the halter's on, it is time to get inside. Uh-oh, we got a wardrobe malfunction there.
Yep, he's got a ripped pair of pants for Cody Reuter, but he's also your champion from Area 9 Wildlife, so he's a winner coming into this.
That is number 12, Cody Reuter of Rusk FFA.
You know, that could still make a nice pair of shorts.
I believe those would be jorts, not shorts. That's number 16, William McLean. Just a couple more steps. Yes! There is number 12 from a better profile. The front side. Oh, we're back to the back side. Cody has his summer attire on. He can feel the breeze.
Well, you know, you can't rush a calf that's just not in a hurry, okay? So we're just kind of easing him over to the line.
I think this is the only calf scramble, too, where we mic up a few of the calves.
Come on, crowd. We got to cheer this calf into that box.
You know, at this part of the calf scramble, too, you think about how much ground these calves and kids have had to cover, and it can be exhausting. You can see the sweat on the forehead of Cadence Belleville, who captured this calf a while ago and has had a back and forth tug of war to try and make this catch official. Here's number 28, Wade Perez of Pasadena FFA.
They're so close. You're almost there.
Just a few more steps. Keep walking. Wiggle back and forth.
He's gonna pivot here. He's kind of getting a different angle on that lead rope.
As family members watch on in attendance, has to redo the halter as we try to get a left cheek sneak from Cody Reuter. We don't want to see the right one again. Oh, there it is.
That's what it's about. Good job.
Hey, he's not going to let anything distract him. Now we're starting to make some moves. We're getting some help from our peers. Maybe? No. That's okay. You'll notice that there are a couple peers hanging around just in case.
That's right. The Sharks are swimming towards the end of it all. But we have an official catch from 23, Cadence Belleville. Her hard work has paid off.
That's awesome. She did it. That took a lot of determination. And here we go. We're inches away from crossing that line. Number 28, Wade Perez.
That's amazing. Catching a calf is just the beginning of a year-long educational journey for these Texas 4-H and FFA kids, and it's a journey they won't forget. Each student that catches a calf receives a purchase certificate to choose a steer or a heifer to bring back to the show. The rodeo has awarded over $22 million in certificates and prizes to nearly 25,000 students since the program began back in 1942. This program teaches them life skills such as the responsibility of caring for a living animal, financial accountability, record-keeping, decision-making, and communications as they keep in touch with the donors throughout the entire process. They also develop self-confidence and practical abilities needed to show their steer or heifer in front of a judge during the Fall Progress Show, and then when they return in 2027 to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. There are parents, family members, teachers, advisors, all looking on as the encouragement comes from other exhibitors and those that caught, like Jose Cantu. The elation as this year-long journey begins, as we say thank you to our sponsor of the Calf Scramble, Transocean. Whatever you do, don't go anywhere. Coming up soon, it's the Chuck Wagon Racing. We love it.
It is our distinct privilege to honor America's heroes, as well as their families who support them, like our Gold Star families who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We salute the men and women in uniform that make it possible for all of us to live with freedom and pride in our country. Tonight, the Crown Royal Military Salute is proud to honor a United States Coast Guard Petty Officer First Class. He is currently stationed in Galveston, serving in the Admin Division. He supports all administrative needs for this 1,500-person unit, spanning all Coast Guard operations from Lake Charles, Louisiana, to Freeport, Texas. He's a nominee for the Enlisted Person of the Quarter and has previously been awarded the Coast Guard Achievement Medal and Letter of Commendation Ribbon.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is United States Coast Guard Petty Officer, First Class, Chris Williams. Oh, Houston, please join me in thanking him for his 13 years of service and sacrifice to our country. One more time, Petty Officer First Class Williams, we salute you.
Thank you all for standing for that man who swore an oath to defend us all. Thank you again. Folks, we want to welcome you once again to the opening day, presented by Shell Federal Credit Union. And since 1932, it has been the mission of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo to promote agriculture, support Texas youth, showcase Western heritage, and provide family-friendly entertainment. The mission was built on these 4 pillars to define who we are and why we're here.
Let's begin in the field of agriculture. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is dedicated to celebrating and advancing agriculture in our Texas youth. Through livestock shows, educational exhibits, we invest in the youth, support agricultural research, and highlight the vital role of agriculture that it plays every day. We are proud to preserve the ranching and farming traditions that are built in Texas.
The next pillar is education. The future matters, and the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, we invest in it. This year alone, we've committed $30 million, bringing the total to more than $660 million dedicated to Texas youth and education over the past 94 years. Each year, more than 800 scholarships are awarded, and since 1932, over 22,000 scholarships have been given.
Let's talk about entertainment. Rodeo Houston focuses on providing world-class entertainment and family-friendly fun. Through the show's 90 years, great music entertainers such as Elvis Presley, Reba, Selena, George Strait have taken the star stage, creating unforgettable nights
and memories that'll last a lifetime. And then it is Western heritage. Through multiple rodeo events, athletes compete to win championship titles. established as the world's richest regular season rodeo with a total purse of over $2.5 million. Rodeo Houston is built on showcasing and preserving traditions, lifestyle, and history of the American West.
Friends, we honor tradition, celebrate the spirit of the West, the investment in tomorrow. We can't, couldn't, won't do it without the support of our volunteers, the community, and our partners. So thank you all for supporting the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and thanks again to Shell Federal Credit Union for sponsoring our opening day.
Well, as they leave the arena, we want to get you down inside the bucket chutes and rope and chutes. It's time for the Axis Sounds of the Night.
B1 Scarlet. She's a sweetheart, it looks like. Taco, you be easy on them calves. We don't need you pulling them out, okay? How many we got left? 3 of them? About time to start getting nervous. Kids these days.
You're not a kid anymore, are you?
No, they used the term veteran on me the other day, and I did not like that. You like her? You want me to get it, Charles?
Yeah, got it.
How you been? You know where my hat's at?
That was Jess Pope, a world champion and Rodeo Houston champion, bareback bronc rider. A little sound from one of the guys playing the game. Right now, though, as you can see, we're setting up for the Chuck Wagon race. And our first race is sponsored by Baylor Medicine, Ford, and STX Beef. We kind of divide up in teams. It's Boyd and Luis versus Bob and Enrique versus Janie and Andy. And I guess we'll have to decide who gets to pick first and who has to pick last.
Well, let's go with the 2 best-looking guys. That would be Enrique and yours truly. Yeah, that's my man on the right in the blue. We wear blue together.
Well, make your pick so we have time for other people to pick.
Let's go the metal to the pedal, pedal to the metal. Here we go. Let's go with Ford.
You're going to go with Ford. All right. Enrique, I'll allow you the honor of picking for our tandem.
Go, Luis.
I will go Baylor Medicine. They've always been the best.
Absolutely. And that means you two get the beef.
Yeah, since you guys ate up all the time, we will take STX beef. Thank you.
That was our pick anyways. And we are also wearing blue together, so we're ready to win.
All right, here we go. It's 2 laps around the arena. Pick a wagon and cheer them on. The louder you cheer, the faster they go. Whichever team crosses the line, well, the imaginary line.
Yeah, it's going to be Ford at the first lap. There's another lap to go.
But look at Baylor Medicine. We're drafted. Come on, Luis. We're going to take it to the inside. Call it, Luis. Take it home.
Somebody scream! Baylor Medicine. Here we go. Taking the turn. They are in the inside. That's where you want to be. Damas y caballeros, es donde queremos estar. It is going to be
Baylor Medicine.
It had to be Ford.
No. It's that first Rodeo Houston barrel is the finish line. The one farthest to the west. The one farthest to the west.
I don't think so.
Yes, it is. I'll show you the replay as we say thank you to Baylor Medicine, Ford, and STXB. Thank you.
Oh, my Miles.
Wait a second.
Yeah, I think that was STX beef. We
no,
sure
let's
appreciate
see it again. I think it was Ford.
Yes, I agree with you.
How many of y'all think it was Ford's nose the first? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The 2 old guys. The 2 guys with the most gray hair.
I'm glad we still got some, Andy. Anyway.
Señor Roberto, felicidades, señor Bob.
Let me tell you, Senor Enrique, you pick, we win.
Let's go to the next heat. It's brought to you by Chevron, Kroger, and Mustang Cat. So, Luis, we get to pick first.
What do you like?
I want to go Chevron.
Chevron it is.
All right, then Andy and Janie, you're up next.
Let's go with Kroger. We want the groceries.
You go with which one?
The runaway shopping cart.
That's right.
Kroger.
Okay. That means you boys got Mustang Cat.
We're going to dig a hole and bury you two in it.
All right. All right, folks, you do what we did. Pick a favorite wagon. Chevron's on the outside. Kroger's in the middle. Oh, wait, Mustang Cat's already knocked over a barrel.
Oh, yes. It's all right. They're made out of paper.
Now they ran it over.
Oh, no, they're trying to cheat.
All about.
Barrel. Go, Mustang Cat.
Get that barrel out of the way.
Who would have thought Tallman's team trying to cheat?
Never
Somebody
cheating. We just cut the corner.
Oh, here we go. One lap in.
Chevron's in the inside again. Vamos, vamos, vamos. ¿Dónde están los paisanos?
My goodness.
Ándale, hija. Let's go.
Ándale, yeah.
No one can understand what Boyd's saying because he's trying to speak Spanish.
Go,
Come on,
Enrique.
Kroger,
Go,
finish.
Enrique.
Come on, boys.
Vámonos, vamos con amarillo, vamos con amarillo,
Here we go.
vamos con
We got
amarillo.
it. We
It's
got it
Mustang
again.
Cat. Oh, my goodness. A double win on opening night.
Wait a second. Let's watch the replay.
Oh, you're so picky,
Oh, my goodness.
picky.
I want to
This
see
wasn't
if
even
Mustang
close.
Cat's horse is the first one in front of the far.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey!
Absolutely.
Chevron.
Chevron!
Chevron.
How
Mustang
many of
Cat.
y'all think Chevron got it done?
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, they did.
Senor Bob,
I
how
don't
do you
think
say
so.
when?
Your driver weighs 330. He's
Listen,
got to lose
Matter
some
what
weight.
he weighs.
If we
it
let you-
matters which one of the horses crosses the line.
If we let you guys win early, you won't throw your sucker in the dirt and you'll keep playing with us.
We did it.
So graphics.
2-0.
It's Bob and thank you very much,
What?
graphics. Bob and Enrique, Boyd, Luis, skunk. You two little people. The little people got
We're
skunked.
playing the long game. Come on, you know that.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Thank you to Chevron, Kroger, Mustang Cat. Yes, sir. Congratulations. What do they call us when we win?
Lucky.
Campeones.
Lucky.
Championes. Yeah.
Yeah, champions.
Hey, folks, coming your way pretty soon. It is the Mutton Bustin'. You don't want to miss that. It's coming your way soon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is a word from our chairman of the board, Pat Man Phillips.
Howdy, Houston! I'm Pat Man Phillips, and I'm privileged to serve as chairman of the board of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And on behalf of our 36,000 volunteers, we want to say thank you for your support so we can keep doing what we do best: promote agriculture, showcase our rich Western heritage, and support the youth of Texas. I've lived in Texas all my life, but it wasn't until I moved to Houston that I felt the power of a community that works together. We have access to all forms of professional sports, music, and live entertainment. And it's right here in our own backyard.
There's nowhere else we would rather have our organization or a basketball team than Houston. You know, it's home. I love to brag about the Rockets and the other sports teams in town. And one of the first things out of my mouth when I'm talking about the great qualities of Houston is the rodeo.
I'm a music guy, so knowing the wide range of programming that the rodeo offers over the course of March is incredible to me. And in that, I think the Houston Symphony and the rodeo have a lot in common.
These organizations bring fans together to celebrate under one roof. They stimulate the economy, provide education, and give back to the community. It doesn't matter if the performance is on a stage, grass, or dirt. They make our city not just a place to live, but a place to be proud of.
I feel like we've never been in a better spot as partners, and our partnership as we're looking into the future is really, really bright.
I think we should all be grateful to be in this town, and we're grateful that we have the rodeo to kind of bring us all together every year.
I think our relationship with the rodeo is unique. We both have the same goals for the community, and that's a partnership that we've enjoyed and we want to continue for many years.
Because of you, we can all continue to do what we do best, and for us, that means promoting agriculture, showcasing our rich Western heritage, and supporting education for the youth of Texas. Hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Let's rodeo!
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Hey folks, it's time to vote for the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amegy Bank. You get to be the judge and decide who our winner is tonight. Watch the replays and your applause will determine who had the toughest luck. They'll go home with an extra $200 in their pocket thanks to Amegy Bank. We have 3 rides for you to vote on. We want you to cheer for all of our athletes, but save your biggest applause for who you think had the roughest ride. Okay, you're the champions, man. You're the ones that are going to pick the winner tonight. 3 rides, that's all you get. Now look, if you think we're going to leave the worst wreck for the last wreck, doesn't happen that way. Whenever you see somebody who's had some hard luck or a hard hit, you need to get loud and proud because you're the ones who are judging this competition with your voices in your hands. So let's get started with a bull rider you already cheered for tonight, but this was last year's rodeo. His name is Wasey Shala. You cheered him on tonight, you got to cheer him on again because watch this slam. I mean, they cracked him like a bullwhip. Down on the ground he hits, and the wind is out. This man is aching. At the time, he was only 19 years old. Friends, you got a chance to be good to a young man with a bright future. Let's put some money in his pocket. Go!
Ooh, that's okay, 92. You can be better than that. I know you can. Let's try it again. Now, folks, remember, you are the judges. Here is the Hawaiian. This is a... Oh, my Lord! Think about it. He's going 30 miles an hour. That's a 700-pound steer. Rolls right over the top of his head. Folded his head up. It took 3 days in Methodist to get all of the mud out of his eyes. Help a Hawaiian! I told you, you could do it. 96.
But y'all, it normally takes 100 to win it, okay? We need to get to 100, and that means every person in this room has to stock the guy beside him, make sure he's cheering, okay? Let's go to a bull rider by the name of Fulton Rutland, and he paid the price for being a bull rider in Houston. Around to the left, into his hand, but he's a bam! Right on the helmet. Down he goes, and the bull slings him off the side. This is only the second look, but watch this bull toss him away like a dirty shirt. Check it out, right here. See ya! Out he goes. Come on, let's go to 100. Bring it. Ooh, so close. 98. But thank you for putting $200 from Amegy Bank into the pocket of Fulton Rutland.
Well, during our last rodeo performance on Championship Saturday, we'll show you our top roughest rides, and the winner that night will be crowned this year's Hard Luck Award. They will walk away with a grand prize at $2,500 on top of what they've won. That's the Hard Luck Awards, sponsored by Amegy Bank.
Let's do this. You know you want it. You know you love it. It's mutton busting time. Brought to you by HEB. And on the arena floor, our mutton busted experts, Janie and Andy.
We're ready to put the cherry on top for this performance. Another great set of kids.
An awesome set of kids, and these sheep, they can leap. We're ready to have some fun. Everybody's favorite event. Let's kick off the Mutton Bustin'.
Cheer the competition. Here we go with Allison Chapman, a 6-year-old from Houston, Texas, leading things off on an opening Monday night.
All right, here we go. Allison, when she grows up, she wants to be a dentist. What a well-rounded young lady. And an awesome pair of pink cowgirl boots. Wave to the fans. Good job, cowgirl.
Sloan High Camp, Katy, Texas, coming at you.
Wants to be a veterinarian when she grows up. Loves animals, and you can see that right there. Great pink shirt. Dust it off. We are okay. That was a good effort.
Love it, Hagerman. She's 5.5 from Houston. Don't forget the half a year.
And I love it. Look at that half a year. And we made it. What an awesome ride all the way to the end of the arena. Let's hear it. Cheers for that awesome cowgirl. And another great pair of pink boots and a pink bandana.
Here's a cowboy named Waylon. Waylon Hobbs of Belleville.
Waylon, a true cowboy name and a true cowboy ride right there. Good job.
Judd Holden of Willis, Texas. Ride him, Judd, all the way to the other end.
Wants to be a Houston SWAT officer one day. He is tough. Look at that. And look at his smile. So happy to be here.
Next to go, 5-year-old Avery Pilkington.
Look at those rainbow boots and that sparkly belt. Good ride, and what a smile.
Baytown's Magnolia Provenzano, 6-year-old, loves eating hot dogs.
Favorite thing is the Mutton Bustin'. That was a good job. Whoa, don't get taken out by a sheep, Andy. I've got ya. We lost a cowgirl boot, but it was still a good time.
Thank you. Charlotte Rutherford of Sprague, Texas.
Ooh, good job, Charlotte. That was a tough one. She wants to be a firefighter one day. How cool is that?
And she can do it. Mason Waterman of Houston, Texas. Go, Mason, go!
Nice job, Mason. All the way to the backside of the pin. You should be proud of that one. That was a great job.
5-year-old Bo Campbell of Houston, Texas, loves eating fried Oreos.
And what? Whoa! That sheep got a little bit wild, but we've got him up on his feet. No harm here, folks. We are happy. Good job. Wow, way to be tough, cowboy.
Tomball's Emma Fettgetter, 6-year-old Emma is ready to ride.
She wants to be a nurse when she grows up, and she is also tough. Good job, good ride.
Now at 6-year-old Aubrey Rodriguez. Loves Mutton Busted. Come on, Aubrey.
When your favorite event's the Mutton Bustin', it shows in your ride. That was a great job right there. And look at that smile. So exciting.
Love the energy. Ezekiel James Arevalo of Pasadena.
He wants to be a NASCAR driver. He likes to go fast all the way to the backside of the pin. Hold him up for the crowd. This crowd knew that was a great ride.
We got a new fan favorite. But look out, here comes Sienna Hollis of Belleville, Texas, 6-year-old Sienna.
She's a rodeo star. She's a cowgirl. That was a good effort right there.
Each and every night when we have our Mutton Bustin', we have a special prize to everyone that competes. But we select one Mutton Buster that rode a little bit farther, maybe did it just a little bit better than the remainder of our competitors, and that champion gets to have a little chat with our own Jana Johnson. We wrangle our champion and get him in position. I think they're ready now.
Hi, Ezekiel James, you are our winner. Hey, I know that was really tough out there. How much fun did you have getting to hear this crowd cheer you on after that great ride? Hey, what's your favorite part of this rodeo? Sheep. The sheep. Well, I can see why, because you are our champion. Elise from HEB is going to give you your very own buckle. Look at that. You are our winner. Let's hear it for Ezekiel James, your champion in the Mutton Bustin'.
Thank you again to HEB for bringing us the Mutton Bustin'.